Hello, it's your boy Davidoff. Welcome to the AFL Ladder Prediction for 2020. Let's do this. So last year was quite a serious video. This time, I'm going to make it more fun by standing up and moving a bit. Yep, they're definitely more fun. In 18th place, I have the Gold Coast Suns because they are In 17th place, I have the Adelaide Crows. Now, they're on a downward slope at the moment, and I think it'll get even worse, and they'll be near the bottom. I think bottom 4, Adelaide will be in there. 17th might be a bit harsh, but I can see them finishing there, honestly. You know, it's mad how they've fallen so far, you know. 2017, they were on top of the world. They were the minor Premiership winners. They won the first 2 finals comfortably. They looked very good and very strong going to the grand final. And then they got smashed by Richmond. Absolutely smashed. And since then, they just haven't recovered. And I think it's going to get worse this year. 17th. In 16th place, I got North Melbourne. Now, this might be a bit harsh, to be honest. I don't even think they're that bad. But I just don't see them anywhere near the 8. And I just don't see them even challenging for the 8. So, for me, they're in between, like, 13th and 16th. They could be anywhere in between there. I don't think they're going to get very far this year. In 15th place, I have got the Sydney Swans. Once again, like North Melbourne, I don't see them near the finals this season, but I can see them doing quite well in some games. They got Buddy Franklin, and he could possibly hit 1,000 goals this year, and that would be amazing if he actually does that. I'll be looking forward to seeing him play. Hopefully he doesn't get injured, and hopefully he reaches that goal. Apart from that though, I don't see them going far. Okay, look, let's go back to Gold Coast, alright? Let's not disrespect them. I didn't give you a reason. Look, I think they might be better this season. I just don't see them getting anywhere past the bottom 2 or 3. I don't think they're going to climb up that far. They might be improved this year. They might not lose, like, how many did they lose? Like 17 games in a row, something ridiculous like that. They lost a lot of games in a row. They won like 3 games in the first 4 rounds, then lost every other game or something. I think they'll be better than that. They'll be better than that. But I don't see them climbing off the bottom. Maybe they will climb off the bottom, but if they do, it'll be like 16th. In 14th place, we have the Carlton Blues. Now, to be fair, I like them, and I think they'll do well this year. And if they're higher than 14th, then I won't be surprised at all. But I got them 14th because I don't see them near the 8s, but I also don't see them near the bottom either. I see them like bang in the middle. I think they're going places, but now it's too early for them to actually push for those higher spots. I think for now, they'll be improved, they'll win more games, they'll be harder to beat, they'll be good to watch, I think, as well. I think they could be quite a good team to watch with the players they got. But I just don't see them going that high. I just think they'll be improved, but just somewhere in the middle. They'll be an exciting team this season, I think. I'm looking forward to seeing how they play. In 13th, the Fremantle Dockers, another team I really like. This team is frustrating. They are a team who can't seem to remain consistent throughout the season. Like, there are times when they look good, then they slip away. It's happened at least twice. I started watching 2017. Since then, it happened at least twice. They've looked good. They were in the air at one point. Then they just slipped away because they can't keep up in the end. In the second half of the season, they tend to falter a bit. Kind of reminds me of Arsenal, actually, my Premier League team. In between 2007 and 2016, we were like an almost team. We almost won things, and we didn't win things because for most of the season we were good. But after February, after the last few months, we started to choke and slip away. Freo do that as well. It's kind of, there's similarities there. Maybe that's why they frustrate me. Maybe that's why I like them. It's just, even last year, they beat Geelong, the minor premiers. They were unlikely to do it, they beat Geelong. They beat Collingwood at the MCG, alright? They won these games last year. They can win big games. They can hang with the big guys. But they just can't do it consistently for a whole season. I think they will be 13th. In 12th place, I got St Kilda. This is a team that I think will be much improved. They might have a chance at the finals, but it depends on how they go in the first half. I want to see how they do first in the actual season. But I got a feeling about them. I got a good feeling that they will climb up a little bit. They'll at least like be a threat. And yeah, I got them in 12th. I don't think they'll be in the finals, but I think they'll be much improved this year, and they could be a serious team. In 11th place, also a team climbing up, or climbing back up, shall I say. A team that I have just outside the 8s, missing out by a few points. The D's, the Melbourne Demons, Melbourne FC. I have them finishing 11th, just missing out. I know I got them 11th, but I think they'll be in contention, but they'll just miss out. They might get in, they might get in. 2 years ago, they were in the prelim. They got smashed, and then the year after, they finished very low. Very, very low. I like this club as well, so that was very sad to see, because I did want them to I kind of want them to win the flag 2 years ago. Obviously, they got smashed in the prelim. But yeah, last year they were really, really bad, and somehow they still beat Hawthorn. But anyway, I think they will be back this year and at least be a contender for the 8. They could make the 8, but for now, I have them below the 8. I hope I'm wrong, because I do like them. I want them in the finals along with Freo and Hawthorn as well. That'd be fantastic. That's all I gotta say. But that's not my prediction. I gotta be honest. It's not about what I want, it's about what I think will happen. In 10th place, also just missing out, is the Hawks. Now, I would like to think that we can finish in the 8, and I've seen other people put us in the 8 as well, and I'm just like, really? You've got more faith in us than I do. But the thing is, right, since we won the three-peats, which I didn't experience because I became a fan after the three-peats, but since then, we have done one of two things. We've either made the top 4 and gone out on straight sets, or we've just missed out on the finals by a few points. It's always one of the two, there's no in between. So I think it's going to be the same this year. I don't think we'll make top 4, so the other option is just missing out. Yay! Hopefully I'm wrong, hopefully it's in the middle. And I mean, I hope it's in top 4, but we're not making it. If we make the finals, it'll be 7th or 8th. I have said this the last 3 ladder predictions. Every single year I say that if we make it, we'll be 7th or 8th. And when we did make it, we were 4th. But look, I have us in 10th, just missing out. I think we'll be a contender for the 8th, but I just don't see us making it. Prove me wrong, please. I'm going to be watching every single game, okay? Probably live reaction to every single game, okay? I'm looking forward to doing that. Hopefully it's not too stressful, because we got a hard start to the season. If we can get through that with a decent amount of wins, we have a good chance. It all depends on how we start, but I do think we'll at least be close. Hopefully. In 9th place, also just missing out, I have Essendon. I think they're a good team that play some good football, but I think this year they'll be slipping out a little bit. Like the last few years when they made the finals, they've only been in the bottom half of the 8 anyway, and I think this time round they will just miss out. I think they'll be close again, like they usually are. They usually are at least a contender to finish in the 8s, but I think this time they will miss out. And in 8th place, taking their spots, is Port Adelaide. I have Port Adelaide this year finishing in the 8s. Only just, but I can see them doing it. I think they'll be improved this season. I think they'll have a point to prove, and obviously they've got a new logo as well, new kit as well, so maybe that's a motivation for them to do better this year. I can see them doing well, and I think they will be a contender at least for the 8s, and I think they will just make the 8s. Now, there are 7 teams that I haven't mentioned. In my opinion, all 7 of these teams will make the finals. It's just a case of what the order is. For me, there's a top 7. In 7th place is the Brisbane Lions. Might seem a bit harsh, it's quite low. They were 2nd last season, I got them 7th now. I just think that the other teams around them will improve a lot, and I think they'll overtake the Lions. But I still think the Lions will be a contender. I just see them in the bottom half of the 8 rather than the top 4. So I got them 7th again, maybe harsh, but I just see the other teams just having better seasons, better regular seasons anyway. Maybe it's different after the finals, but in terms of the 23 rounds, I think the other 6 teams will do better. Speaking of the other 6, in 6th place we have the Western Bulldogs. In my opinion, they will have a chance at winning the Premiership. A smaller chance than the top 5. For me, the top 5 will be, I guess, my favourites, and then 6th and 7th I think have a chance. The Dogs and the Lions I think have a chance, but a smaller chance than the rest. But I do think the Dogs have a chance, and if they finish 6th, which I think they can, I think they can finish 5th or 6th. I don't see them in the top 4 to be honest, but 5th or 6th I think would be great for them. Get the home final in week 1. If they can get through that, I think they'll be a serious threat, and they can do it. Look at 2016. So we'll see, but I do think they'll be in the 8th, and I got them in 6th. In 5th place is Geelong. They were minor premiers last year. It didn't end too well, but I do think they'll be a strong contender again this season. We'll see how they do in the finals first, because the record there isn't as good. But for the regular season, I think they'll be fine. Maybe in the top 4. I got them 5th though. In 4th place, I have the West Coast Eagles. They will be improved this season, and they will actually be in the top 4 this season as well. We cost them last year. How you doing, West Coast? They are a big contender, and I think they can win the Premiership this year. I think any of the top 4 can. I think Geelong can as well, potentially. You see there the Eagles, the West Coast Eagles, and they're here to be contenders for the Premiership. Really poor use of the song there, but I think they'll be strong contenders, as I mentioned like 10 times now, and I can see them making at least a prelim and possibly winning the Premiership, getting to the final, winning the Premiership. That is a real possibility for them. But right now, in terms of the ladder, I got them in 4th place. In 3rd place is the GWS Giants. They got smashed in the grand final, but I think they will bounce back. I think they're a strong team. They're there to stay, and I think they'll be stronger this year as well, especially in the finals, considering they're better in the finals now. Last year, they won 3 finals very impressively. Knocked out Western Bulldogs, Brisbane, and Collingwood at the MCG as well. They were really impressive. I think that experience will help them, and this time round they'll be better equipped to actually go for it. They'll have a good chance this year. I think they'll finish in the top 4, and I think when they get to the finals, whether they're home or away, I think they will be a serious threat this time round, and stronger, hopefully for their sakes, with less injuries as well to key players. And if they get to the grand final again, which I think they can, they will be a lot harder to beat. I have literally lost my voice now. I recorded the Premiership winner video before this one, and that one has a lot more energy and shouting, so I'm just really drained, but I'm getting to the end. I feel really old right now. I feel really damn old. In 2nd place now, a video is coming up. Okay, it's coming up probably tomorrow or the day after, okay, about the Premiership winner, okay? And the reason I got these teams in 1st and 2nd is because of theories I have in that video. So when that video comes out, go and watch it too. I think when you watch that and come back here, these placements will make more sense to you. In 2nd place, I have got the Collingwood Magpies. Yes, I think they will be back very strong this year. Now, the last 2 seasons have not been too kind to them. 2018 lost the grand final to West Coast, only by a few points as well, to a goal in the last couple minutes. That must have been so heartbreaking for them, I can imagine. So after that, last year they were quite inconsistent, but despite that they still made the top 4 and they still looked pretty strong. They got to the prelim and they lost to the Giants in a really frustrating game from their point of view. And even Nathan Buckley said it's a waste for the year as well. I think this year it's all about how they respond mentally. Will they be there? Will they be all there up here to actually challenge again? Because I think they're good enough in terms of the squad they got. They're good enough to win the Premiership. It's just a case of whether they got it, whether they're there mentally after the last 2 years of heartbreak. Can they come back and win the Premiership? I think they can, and I think they'll at least challenge, and I think they will be in the top 4, and I got them in 2nd place. I think this year we will get an angry Collingwood, a good angry Collingwood. Not like they're not gonna start kicking people, but I mean, like, you know, in terms of like playing football and winning games. I think we'll get a determined Collingwood. A Collingwood that will win a lot of their games. And I think they will look strong. Maybe not as strong as 1st place, but I think they will look very strong. And I think in the finals, they'll be very tough to beat. So yeah, look forward to seeing them do some damage this season. However, there is a reason why they are specifically in 2nd place. And it's because of my theory in the other video. In 1st place, I think it's obvious to you, is the Richmond Tigers. Now, they are 1st, partly because of the other video, but also because I always had them 1st anyway. I think they'll be dominant again. They're a strong team, and they got a lot of good players. They lost one of their best players last year in Rance, and they still won the Premiership. They are such a good team. They are so strong. They've proven themselves away as well. They've won interstate multiple games last year, so they're looking good. And I think they will be the most dominant team over the 23 rounds, and I think they will be favourites to the Premiership, and I have them in 1st place. So Richmond were always going to be 1st on my ladder, but not gonna lie, alright, I'm gonna be honest with you right now. Collingwood were 3rd, the Giants were 2nd. I switched it around because of my theory, alright? You will see my theory very soon. Look forward to it. Now, before I lose my voice completely, I shall bid you farewell. Be sure to leave your own ladder predictions down below. I want to see them. Before you go, be sure to follow me on Twitch if you're interested. I stream games over there. I also got two other YouTube channels. The second channel is about movies and TV shows. Over there, I talk about movies and TV shows. Yes. And the other channel is a personal channel, so up there goes some vlogs, some random quizzes, some random story time videos, you know, just personal stuff. So if you're interested, I got two more channels and a Twitch linked in the description. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and see ya.
I roll the dice, see where life takes me. I've been feeling down on these nights lately, but I know that I got so much to give. Never forget, but I can learn to forgive, yeah. I roll the dice, see where life takes me. I've been feeling down